Thank you. Thank you. Any question is there? You can go ahead. Anyone can stop me and you can ask me the question. Okay. So now it is recording the video, right? Okay. So what we'll do, in short, I take this one. Fully controlled converters control the speed of the motor both in forward and backward direction. Therefore, it operates for the angle 0 to 360 degrees. So best example is in the lift system, electric train, electric cars. We use this type of converter circuits, and it disadvantage, it provides less DC output voltage when compared with the semi-converter. Semi-converter is especially used only for forward movement of the motor. If we want to control the speed of the motor only in one direction in the sense from 0 to 180 or from 180 to 360, this semi-converter circuit is used, which contains 2 diodes and 2 SCRs. The cost is less when compared with fully controlled converter, and it provides high output DC voltage. One more advantage is fully controlled converter provides more harmonics when compared with the semi-converter. So harmonics are the disadvantage of this power electronics. If somebody asks you, we are using all the electronic devices, what is the disadvantage? The disadvantage is the harmonics. These circuits generates the harmonics. Remember, harmonics in simple language, as it is in first classes we are taking, you should generate pure sine wave, but harmonics means multiples of sine waves will be generated. With this multiples of sine wave signals are applied to any motor cannot be rotated at its rated speed. So we should design the circuits in such a way that harmonics are eliminated. Okay. Now today's class we take the discussion on the fully controlled converter. First, I would like to start fully controlled converter. Then we'll go with the semi-converter with different loads. Okay, right. So this circuit is the basic one. So first we'll see what is exact basic. So single phase half wave converter contains only one SCR. So we got the resistor load. So entire explanation we have to take for resistor load, RL load, as well as RLE load, back EMF of the motor. We'll discuss all those 3 loads now. So this is the circuit. So many textbooks, they have mentioned resistor load shown by the resistor. But I request all the students, in order to get full marks, you mention the resistor load as the bulb or the lamp while explaining in the examination. Okay, whatever the circuit, I'll provide the material for this one, right? So what is the basic explanation? Here I want to explain this graph, then we get into this subject. Now, when the AC supply contains positive and negative off cycles, so during positive off cycle, SCR will be on, and during negative off cycle, SCR will be off. Therefore, as the SCR is on for positive off cycle only and SCR is off for negative off cycle, we cannot provide continuous current. So it is not used practically. But here, let us have a look at the waveforms. Input AC supply is what we are applying to the SCR now. Okay. Now, what is the aim of the SCR here? SCR controls the current flowing through the load. SCR can control the power transferred to the load. So if a lamp is placed, it is connected in series with the SCR, it can control the brightness of the lamp. So in our house, we got the bulbs. We just use normal switch on and off, on and off. But I want to control the brightness of the bulb. So brightness can be controlled by the SCR. So how to turn on the SCR, anyone? During positive off cycle, current flows through the SCR. This circuit or this circuit, same, both are same only. During positive off cycle, current flows through the SCR. SCR is on, then the load is on. But when AC supply is turned on, current flows through the SCR, but SCR is not turned directly. When a pulse signal is applied to which terminal? Gate terminal of SCR. Then all junctions of SCR are turned on, and finally SCR is turned on. It controls the brightness of the bulb. So when I have to apply the pulse signal, now you can see, you can apply the pulse signal at which degrees here angle? 0 degrees you can apply, SCR will turn on. Next, here second example, what they have taken, pulse signal where we are applying. Let us say this is from 0 to 180. Exactly at 90 degrees we are applying the pulse signal. Next, the pulse signal you can also apply between the range. Let us say this is 120 degrees, 0 to 180. No? So end point is nothing but 120. So we can generate the pulse signal. We can apply the pulse signal at gate terminal at different angles between the 0 to 180 degrees. Okay, so for once off cycle, for next off cycle, it will be from 180 to 360. So here this graph is explaining, you are applying the pulse signal to the gate terminal at 0 degrees, 90 degrees, at 120 degrees. When pulse signal is applied to the SCR, at that point only SCR gets turned on. Okay. So what is the conclusion here? I'll just explain with the animation this circuit. So practical approach. So you might get the question, explain the working principle of off-wave converter. So simple circuit and graphs we are supposed to draw. So let me share the new slide here. Right. Yes, all the students, I hope you can see this link whisk/online.com. Any subject basic animation you can get into this particular website. Okay, it is simple. Now let us see what exactly the application. SCR contains anode, cathode, and gate. So when biasing is done, when AC supply, or let us say I'm applying AC supply to the SCR. So what is the meaning here? Positive, negative. Only junctions J1 and J3 are forward biased. SCR is not turned on here. So what we have to do? We have to give the pulse signal to the gate terminal. So when pulse signal is applied to the gate terminal, then all the three junctions are forward biased. Now we say, here you can write, when positive voltage is applied to the gate, positive voltage, we are just taking it as the pulse signal. Now all the three junctions are forward biased and completely SCR is on. So any explanation what we have tried, when SCR is properly biased with voltage, with power supply, with forward power supply, only the junctions J1 and J2 are forward biased. When a pulse signal is given to the gate terminal, or when the gate terminal is triggered with pulse signal, then all the three junctions are forward biased, and hence finally the SCR is turned on. Okay. So we have taken the holding current, minimum current below which the SCR turns off. Now here I want to show you the application of the circuit. Right. So explain the operation of SCR with resistor load, or off-wave converter with resistor load. Means in textbooks they have shown only the resistor, but you must draw the bulb. Okay, and what is the explanation? We'll see. So now you see, this is AC supply, right? AC supply contains positive cycle and negative cycle. So what I'm coming to the exact explanation. During positive off cycle of input AC supply, which cycle now? During positive off cycle of input AC supply, let us imagine it has got two terminals, A and B. During positive off cycle, we say upper part is having the high voltage when compared with the lower part. That is, the voltage at point A is high when compared with voltage at point B. And during negative off cycle, what's going to happen? Voltage at point B is greater than the voltage at point A. Assume, all of you, I cannot write here. So assume that upper portion is A and lower portion is B. During negative off cycle, what's going to happen? Voltage at B is greater than voltage at point A. Now you can see here, during negative off cycle, voltage at point B, B is taken here downwards. Voltage at point B is greater than the voltage at point A. Therefore, direction of current starts from the point, which point? B. This is the explanation we have to take. And when you mention AC supply, you should never call this is negative terminal or positive terminal. Here minus and plus indicates that what is the direction of the current. Direction of current is starting from where? It is starting from upward direction or downward direction. That is from point A or point B. So now during negative off cycle of input AC supply, what's going to happen? This explanation you have to write. During negative off cycle of input AC supply, voltage at point B, B means we are taking it as the neutral, phase and neutral, here the neutral. Voltage at point B is greater than voltage at point A. Therefore, direction of the current starts from which point? B. So we say here we show the positive terminal. Now the current starts to flow from B to SCR and from SCR to bulb. But when current enters the which terminal? Current is entering cathode terminal. When current enters the cathode terminal, SCR turns off, bulb will never glow. This is the first explanation here. So during negative off cycle of input AC supply, voltage at point B is greater than voltage at point A. Therefore, direction of the current starts from which point? Point B. The direction of the current flows from B to SCR, and it is entering the cathode terminal of the SCR. Therefore, SCR turns off, bulb is also off. So what happens in positive off cycle? So during positive off cycle, you can see during positive off cycle of input AC supply, now you can see positive off cycle is increasing in upward direction. Therefore, voltage at upward direction or else voltage at point A, as we have assumed here the point is A. Since positive half cycle is increasing in forward direction or upward direction, voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. Therefore, direction of the current starts from the point A. So now we say that current starts to flow from A to this point is A, or phase we can take from A to bulb, and from bulb to current is entering which terminal of the SCR now? Current is entering which terminal? Current is entering the anode terminal. Remember one point, if the current enters the anode terminal first, then only junctions J1 and J3 are forward biased, and now with the help of gate, with the help of UJT firing circuit, we are applying pulse signal. All the three junctions are on and SCR is turned on. I'll provide the material, no need to worry, but explanation can be perfect. So what's happening in positive half cycle? During positive half cycle, voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. Therefore, direction of current starts from the point A and it flows through the bulb, and from bulb to the SCR. Now, when current enters the anode terminal of SCR, then only the two junctions are forward biased. Now, with the help of UJT, if a pulse signal is given to the gate terminal of SCR, all the three junctions are forward biased and SCR is turned on. When SCR is on, current flows through the SCR, from SCR to the which terminal now? B. The negative point, we cannot use the word, so B. So current flows from A to bulb, bulb to SCR, SCR to the point B. So you can ask one question, sir, if the current enters first cathode terminal, so let us say what's happening here. So I just during negative half cycle. Remember, if the current enters the cathode terminal first, exact word this one, if the current enters the cathode terminal first, then how many junctions are reverse biased? Anyone tell me? If the current enters the cathode terminal first, then junctions J1 and J3 are reverse biased. Only J2 is forward biased. We cannot turn on this particular SCR. So what is the logic? If the current enters the cathode terminal first, SCR will be off. If the current enters the anode terminal first, then SCR will be off. I hope you got this point. Okay, later on you will become perfect in this one. So I repeat the explanation. You have to be perfect here. For every answer, this will be the explanation. So I will make it short right now. During positive half cycle, voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. Therefore, direction of current starts from the point A to the load to the SCR. Since the current entering the anode terminal first, both J1 and J3 are forward biased. With the help of firing pulse, J2 is also forward biased, and then SCR is turned on. Current flows from A to load, load to SCR, and from SCR to the point B. Okay, during negative half cycle, it cannot flow. Now, what is the next explanation? So, what is our main aim? Examination also, we have to keep the side ID for minimum brightness, medium brightness, maximum brightness of the bulb, as we have taken the resistor load as the bulb. So I want right now, let us take the minimum brightness. Okay. So what I have to do for minimum brightness? Just now one waveform I have shown the pulse signal. Okay, let us go for maximum brightness first. I want to have the maximum brightness of the bulb. So yesterday's class I mentioned to remember one simple point. For maximum brightness, what we have to do? We have to send maximum energy of input to output. SCR, what it will do, it controls the energy from input to output. If I want maximum brightness, we should send maximum energy from input to output. If I want to send maximum energy, I should, when at which point I have to turn on the pulse signal? Pulse signal should be given at minimum angle, that is 30 degrees. Positive half cycle, we are having a 0 to 180. You can turn on at 30 degrees or below 30 degrees. Now we'll see for maximum brightness. Yes, the animation can see. All the students, this is the circuit we are having, AC supply connected to the bulb, and which one we are using now? Maximum brightness. So in order to get maximum brightness, this is the input VAC voltage. So pulse signal, where I have to give, shall I give at 90 degrees? No. Pulse signal should be applied to the gate terminal of SCR, at which angle it is from 0 to 180. So between 0 to 180, let us say I'm just choosing 30 degrees. Why I'm choosing 30 degrees? In the next class we'll discuss. So minimum angle should be minimum. That is, if SCR is applied, SCR is turned on, or if the pulse signal is given at minimum angle, so what will happen to the SCR? SCR turns on. When SCR is on, it transfers the input energy to output. You can see now from this entire portion, we are able to see in the output. So when SCR is turned on at minimum angle, it transfers maximum energy of the input to the output. You forget about this graph, this particular third one, no need to take into consideration. So we are turning on SCR at minimum angle. So maximum energy, this entire energy is transferred to the output. You can see during negative off cycle, SCR is off. So now we say, when in order to turn on for maximum brightness, in order to achieve the maximum brightness, what should be the angle? Angle should be minimum, remember. Let us go for minimum brightness of the bulb. You can see the brightness of the bulb is very much minimum here, okay? So in order to have the minimum brightness, what should be the angle? At which point I should give the firing pulse? I want minimum energy to be transferred to the load. So I am selecting very close to 180, let us say 150 or 120. At this point, we are giving the firing pulse. Then what's going to happen? Again, forget about this graph, this third one. So this entire portion is not transferred to the load. Only the small portion, small energy is transferred to the load. You can see the output voltage. So remember one point. If the firing angle is minimum, the angle at which SCR is turned on is called firing angle. If the firing angle is minimum, then maximum output voltage is achieved. Maximum power is achieved. If firing angle is maximum, then minimum voltage is achieved. Okay. So why we require this one? Because if I want to control, if I want to rotate the motor with the maximum speed, tell me anyone at which angle I have to turn on, minimum angle or maximum angle? 100% minimum angle. So if the angle, firing angle is minimum, maximum energy is transferred to the load, motor rotates at maximum speed. If the motor has to rotate at minimum speed, firing angle should be maximum, and minimum energy, firing angle should be maximum, minimum energy is transferred to the load. Now for medium brightness, you can see. Yes, you can see the bulb brightness. It is medium. Okay. Now, what is the firing angle? You can see now the firing pulse is triggered exactly at 90 degrees. So at 90 degrees, only 50% of energy is transferred from source to load. So when SCR is on, what it will do? It will transfer the energy from input to output. Okay. So one more thing, all students, now today's specialty of this class is nothing but, you see all of you, you are having the Gmail. Okay. So without typing anything, when you pronounce, certain typing has to be done. You see all of you how it is done. Open your Gmail later on and search for the drive. Okay. So after getting, go for the option new, and Google Docs will be there, document. Go for the blank document. So why I'm showing, as now everything is online, online assignments might be given from the JNT side. One online document will be opened. Okay. So people say to type the entire explanation. So what we have to do here, tools. Okay. Through phone also you can do. You see is voice typing. So click to speak. So now, fully controlled converter, one statement I'm done. I hope all students are able to see the letters on the screen. Yes or no? Anyone confirm? Fully controlled converter.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is the new Google tool. Whatever you speak, okay, it will be in the written statement on that particular screen. You can save this one. And we should check for the mistakes, okay? So material I will provide for you people. You can also try this one. Okay, if somebody asks you to type anything, right. Let me close this one. So basic of SCR we have seen. Now let us go back to the today's topic, fully controlled converter. So yes. So first, fully controlled converter contains 4 SCR. That means, once again, the challenging part. Why only 4 SCRs we are taking? Why not 5? Why not 3? Okay, this is the bridge converter. Bridge contains 4. So many engineers, they have even tried with the 3 SCRs to convert bidirectional current to unidirectional current. So fully converter converts in simple language bidirectional current to unidirectional. Anyone tell me the definition of the unidirectional current? The current which flows only in one direction. Okay, bidirectional current, the current which flows only in two directions. What is the confirmation that? Yes. What is the confirmation that we are converting AC current to DC or bidirectional to unidirectional? See, we cannot use AC current is converted to DC current in practical approach. We have to use the word bidirectional current is converted to unidirectional. So what is the proof? How we will be knowing that we are converting bidirectional current to unidirectional? So remember this statement. If the current flowing through the load is in one direction during positive off cycle and during negative off cycle, then it is called dash current, unidirectional current. Okay, how to identify whether current flowing through the load is AC or DC without any instrument? So you must check for the direction of the current. If the current flowing through the load is in one direction during positive off cycle and during negative off cycle, then that current is called unidirectional current. If the current flowing through the load is in one direction for positive off cycle and in opposite direction for negative off cycle, then that current is called the bidirectional current. So now converters convert bidirectional current to unidirectional current, that to variable current. So what exactly the fully controlled converter? We see the explanation today. Last 5 minutes left the time. So I'll go certain fast. I'll see how many students will remember, but next class in detail I'll take, and even the notes also will be given now, right? So why 4 SCRs? So many engineers, they have tried with the 3 SCRs also, okay, 5 SCRs also, but they are not able to convert bidirectional current to unidirectional current. If they are converting, that efficiency is very much less. So best circuit is nothing but 4 SCRs, okay, which convert bidirectional to unidirectional current. You can also try with the 3 SCRs also. Okay, now fully controlled converter contains 4 SCRs. Always, this point is important. Diagonally, parallelly connected SCR should be triggered at same instant of time. I should give firing pulse to T1 and T2 at same instant of time. Why not T1 and T3? If firing pulse is given, or both T1 and T3 are turned on at same instant of time, then what will happen? Short circuit condition will be resulting. So what is the rule to design the bridge type of converter, fully controlled converter? The diagonal parallel, not parallel, diagonally connected parallel circuit. You can see T1 and T2 are diagonal and they are parallel. So always diagonal parallel SCR should be turned on at same instant of time. Similarly, T3 and T4. Okay. So now what is the explanation? I want to convert AC current to DC, variable DC, or AC power to variable DC power. So this is the circuit. AC supply is connected here, and here this is not connected in the animation. The dot point is mentioned, it is connected. So AC supply is given. So we can use A terminal upward and B terminal here. In the animation, it is not shown. So what is the explanation? Anyone? During positive off cycle. So whenever you see positive and negative here, they are representing for AC supply. Then what is the direction of the current flow? So what is the direction of the current flow? Anyone? A and B we are having. So during positive off cycle, voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. Therefore, direction of the current starts from the point A. You can see now the direction of the current starts from the point A, that is from this upper part. Right. You can see now the current starts to flow from the point A. You can see all of you. Yes, from here it has to start. Okay, this is the first explanation. During positive off cycle, direction of the current starts from the point A. Therefore, current flow is from the point A. Here we have to write the point A. Point A to next current is entering which SCR now? It can enter T1 and T2. Concentrate here, it is very important. So current flow can enter from point A to T1 and T4. This is very important. So if current enters T1, that current is entering which terminal of the SCR? Anyone tell me? T1, it is entering anode terminal. So remember this point. If the current enters the anode terminal first, you must write this statement in the explanation. If the current enters the anode terminal first, then SCR is turned on. If the current enters cathode terminal first, then SCR is off. Okay, this is a simple explanation. Now if you see, imagine that current is entering the T4. Current is entering which terminal of T4? Cathode or anode? Anyone tell me? Unmute and tell me. Current starts from the point A. Current is entering the T1. At same time, current has to enter the T4 also. if the current enters the T4, which terminal it is entering? Cathode or anode?
Cathode.
Cathode. Good.
Cathode.
Cathode. So if the current
Cathode.
enters the cathode terminal first, what will happen? All the if the current enters the cathode terminal, voltage at cathode is greater than voltage at anode. Therefore, this SCR turns off. So in simple line, remember, in order to when the SCR will be on, if the current enters first anode terminal, then only the SCR is on. Then only you can give the firing pulse to the gate terminal. If the current is entering the cathode terminal, even if you give the firing pulse, SCR will never turn on. So when AC supply is given to this fully controlled converter, during post of second, voltage at point A is greater than voltage at point B. Therefore, direction of current starts from the point A. Current is flowing in this direction. It can enter T1 or it can enter T4. So if the current flows through the T4, current is entering which terminal? Cathode. Therefore, SCR T4 is completely off. When it is off, it is open. Therefore, 100% of current flows through the T1. So now we go with the continuation. From T1 to, yes, current can enter T3 also. Okay. Current can enter T3, but that current is entering which terminal first? Cathode terminal. Therefore, T3 will be off. Therefore, the entire current flows through the load. It flows through the load. Cell phone you can keep. Cell phone charging we can do. So what is the advantage of this converters? Means even cell phone requires DC current. You can convert AC to DC and the cell phone gets started. From this point to, so I will take first attendance, the screenshot, which is very much important. Right. So all 19 participants are there. The chat box also mentioned simultaneously. Voting students only mentioned in chat box.